Hey there again, folks. I wanted to make a continuation of the last video I made on ultralight gear theory. I'll put a link down below in the description. But I wanted to make a couple addendums to it. One being, the laws are changing. After the grants pass homeless decision at the Supreme Court, it is now illegal to carry camping gear in some locations in America. Possession of a blanket can get you thrown in a cage like a slave in this supposedly free country. In a lot of places, it will get you harassed by the cops, by social workers. The charitable industrial complex shoves most of the money they get in their own pockets. It can cause a lot of problems if everybody knows you're homeless before you get within shouting distance of them. And it can result in going to prison now. Illegal camping in Tennessee, I believe now is punishable by 6 years in prison. In Texas, it's 1 year in jail, maybe prison, I don't know. And if you, first of all, like if you've got a small backpack, they're not going to think you're homeless. Secondly, if you are, say, sleeping, illegally in one of those places because you have to, because you're passing through, because you got a job there and you're just trying to make it until you can get a place or whatever, or you're just going to be homeless there anyway and take the risk. There has been times where I have been woken up because I heard noise, saw flashlights getting swung around, big beams. You know it's the cops. You know they're doing a homeless sweep, or of the area you're in. If you can get up quietly, open up a little backpack, grab everything you're using to sleep in one hand and shove it in the backpack in one motion, zip it up and start walking, you just might get away without them even knowing you were there. Whereas if I'm in my hammock and I got a bunch of stuff with me and it's all spread out, and you might not have time to do that. So having smaller gear, especially if you're on foot, is just it's just pretty much a must do at this point. In my opinion, it's much better to be uncomfortable than it is to be in prison or jail, and it's worth the price of admission. If you're on a bike and you're in decent health and you're willing to spend an hour biking far away from where the police are going to be looking for homeless people, you're more likely to get away with having bulkier camping gear and being set up like a normal campsite, having your hammock, having a stove, and making coffee or whatever. But that takes a lot of effort, and it takes a bike usually. There's some exceptions where you can take buses and get to the edge and then walk a couple miles and find a little nook where nobody can see you. But most of the time, people will know where you're at. And if they want to get rid of you, they can find a reason. And being able to get up and move is good. But being able to get far enough away to where you're not in an area where they're looking for homeless people, that's good too. The exception being down by the border. It makes you look like you're up to no good. So you'll probably get visited by the Border Patrol. They're flying over with thermals and stuff like that. But cities can do that now too. So, it's a mixture of finding a good spot to where they don't have a direct line of sight for you. being able to get up and move, having the energy to, because you weren't dragging a million things around with you all day. And, but if you can get out far enough away from the normal spots, you're less likely, if you're in the exurbs of LA and you get to the foothills, even when they start doing homeless sweeps, they'll go after people that are have tents on the sidewalk first. They'll go after people who are sleeping in doorways first. They'll go after people who are leaving trash first. The last people they want to go for are the people who are hiking up into the hills every night that they have to put a big effort into to go and to get and get down. That aren't causing, if they're not causing problems and they're not lighting fires and not being jerks, you're going to be a lot more likely to get away with it there. But if you can have a bike and ultralight gear, you're winning the battle even harder. I think that's about it for this one. Appreciate you tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll link the video that I'm referencing and my Cash App down below in the description. Hit me up with some comments, suggestions, questions. What do you want to see? What do you want to hear? Think I'm funny? Think I'm ugly? Tell me down below. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. God bless.